So you're wondering if you should learn how to code. Let's see if we can answer this question for you in this video. Hi, I'm Marina, and I've been in tech for over 15 years in building AI products. Today, I want to tell you why I think learning to code is invaluable, but maybe not for everyone. So why would you want to learn how to code? This is a question that I literally just got last week. The reason why I think you should learn how to code and at least take one class in coding is because most of the work nowadays is done on computers, whether it's a phone, a laptop, or a TV, or any other screen, right? And learning to code will expose you and your brain and your skill set to basically how these things are made, whether it's hardware or software. I feel like it is a basic skill set nowadays that every human being should have that interacts with technology to understand how technology works, how it's built, and get a little bit, even just a little bit of hands on experience on how this is actually done. The next question that I usually get after why would I want to learn to code? And I think most people will see the value of learning how to code even just a little bit is what language should I learn how to code? And my answer is always the same. Well, it depends. It depends what you're interested in, what fields or what industry you're working in, what would be most useful to you as a person to learn how to code, what would be most easy sometimes, because let's be real, maybe you just take one class and then you're done. And then you kind of get a concept and understanding of how coding is done. And that's it. And that's all you need, right? And so, again, look at your field, look at your industry, look at your interests, personal and professional interests, and just literally ask ChatGPT or Google what are the top languages in the industry or in the field. And learning how to code is like literally learning how to almost like how to talk to a machine in their own specific language. Kind of like learning a new language in so many ways, except you have cheat sheets all over the internet. And take a class, take just one class, do one tutorial, do one course, and see if you like it. It's one of my favorite things to do. I no longer code for work. I'm no longer good at it, as good as I used to be at it, but I have gained an invaluable value from the simple fact that I know how software is made. The next reason why I also think is extremely important to at least have some type of notion on how software is made is because it opens up amazing career opportunities. And there's a huge job market demand always for people who are even just slightly technical. So say that you are a lawyer. I'm gonna go as far as possible from coding if I can in some ways. So you're a lawyer, but you want to work in tech. It would be useful to understand software because then you can better create better, whether it's policy, regulations, um, contracts that are related to software, and how software is bought and created and purchased, and so it just gives you a more interesting background and opens up opportunities to fields that you may have not even imagined it could open up. Same thing, by the way, for marketing, for um, uh, marketing, for even if you like, I don't know, like a support personnel. If you are doing anything today that touches a computer, I think it would be useful to just even have that experience. So this is how coding is not like learning a new language, because the point of coding is actually to solve problems, is not necessarily to just learn how to communicate to the machine, right? And so what happens is that, or at least that happens in my experience and most experience with my peers and people that I've mentored and coached, is that people get addicted to this problem solving, critical thinking skills that come with coding. Can I put a web page out in a few minutes? Yes, you can. Can I solve a very hard mathematical problem that I can do on paper? Yes, you can. I don't know, whatever you wish is to solve a problem that is based on information, basically, which is what coding is, you can do it with the skills. And so it motivates you to continue because of this problem solving aspect of it. Part of that is also, like I mentioned, empowers creativity and innovation, right? You may be solving problems that nobody else has thought of. You may be super creative, but you may need to apply your creativity in the information technology, in technological products. And so what that does is creates a double threat. You're creative, you're amazing at your field, but you also know more or less, like you don't have to know everything, but you generally have an understanding of how it works and you can do a little bit of basic stuff. Well, that's a plus. That's fantastic. Good for you. I think it is well known by now, and if it's not known, let me tell you, working in technology, you can actually make a lot of money from it. You can increase your earning potential because you basically have skill set that a lot of people want, but maybe they're afraid to get because they think that it's beyond their capacity. It is not. Anybody can learn how to code. Anyone. Literally. If I can do it, you can do it. Anyone. You can do it. I believe in you. And by the way, you'll have a higher job security. You have the ability to apply for other roles that you didn't even think about, that you didn't even know existed sometimes. Like it happened to me. Learning how to code develops collaboration and communication skills. Because this is interesting. I don't know. I wonder if other fields is the same as well. I'm sure it is. But let me tell you why it happens is because sometimes you may get stuck. You cannot make the code work. Okay? And you need to talk to somebody. You need to find an answer. You need to figure it out. You need to talk to ChatGPT. I don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to need to get out of your comfort zone and start talking to people about how to solve a problem. And that's why I feel like learning how to code and coding is one of the most also social skills. It's like it augments your social skill, which is great for the antisocial people. But yeah, that's part of the job. So say you don't want a career in programming. I understand that, right? Get it. That's not for you. But if you knew how to create technical solutions in some capacity, you may be able to have side gig and side hustle that will not only allow you to diversify your income, but also to have fallbacks in case something terrible happens with your main hustle. And so I think, just developing other skills in general is great. And I think coding and programming or developing technology solutions could be a great option for anyone. Last but not least, I want to make a shout out to open source community. And if you don't know what open source is, it's basically software that is available to the public. GitHub is the major leader in the space. And so what happens is that there are softwares that are free because they're built by communities. And these software specifically have done so good in advancement of technology because what happens is that most solutions are built within a company, right? So they stay private. But with open source, a bunch of people come together to solve solutions together from different companies, different communities. Sometimes they don't necessarily know how to code, but they know the operational aspect of it. Sometimes they know how to code but they don't know the operational aspect. And so they come together and it's beautiful. I love this part of the industry and I think it doesn't get enough credit. So shout out to my open source community. There you have it. This is the reason why I think learning how to code is invaluable, even if it's just like a little bit, just to get a little bit of an idea on how to do it. But I'm biased. You tell me about your experience with coding and tell me how it went for you. And by the way, I'm Marina. I have a lot of experience in technical product management in AI specifically. And I have 2 courses coming out. One is going to be about high performing happy teams. The other one is going to be about technical product management in AI. So I hope you follow me for more videos like this one and hope to see you soon.